Love Grows by Edison Lighthouse. The intro sounds like this. Then later it's got a very cool rhythm when he sings, "She ain't got no money." You can see the third finger working there. But let's start at the beginning. Got your tab sheet ready with you, your PDF file, and let's get going. We're going to start focusing on the intro riff, the part that goes. Let's break down what they're doing there. We're starting on the open fifth string, which you can see the string vibrating there. You let the note ring, followed by a quick double, which will be a down up stroke with your picking hand, which you can't see. And the rhythm will go like that. So it's 1, 1, 2. Then you put your first finger on fret number 2 of the fifth string, and you hammer on after picking it onto the fourth fret. And you follow through and complete the phrase on the second fret of the fourth string. So slow motion. One more time. And then the second bar starts on the same 2 you finished on. And it's a similar hammer-on concept, 2, 4, 2 at the end of the second bar. Now I'm going to bring the picking hand into play, but before we do, one more time on this. Let's have a look what the picking hand's doing. I'm keeping the fretting hand slightly in the view so we can sort of compare the left hand and right hand movements. But you can see I'm starting on my fifth string, about to pick it open. Those fingers are off. There's the double stroke, down, down, up, very important. And then you can hear and see one stroke for the hammer. The hammer on gives you the second note onto the fourth string. Then you start again on the fourth string. And combined, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just up close on the strokes there, you can see it a bit better. There we go. Any questions on the hammer-ons? Drop me a WhatsApp, you've got my details. But let's go to the verse, and they've got some really cool rhythms kicking in like this. Now before I show you what my fretting hands do there, is I want you to try and keep your palm actually on the back part. They call these saddles on the electric guitar. On the acoustic guitar you've got a white bridge, but you want to rest the back end of your palm on there so you can hear the muffle. Hear the difference? No muffle. And there you can hear the muffle. And the correct term for that muffle is actually palm muting or palm damping. But let's go see what your fretting hand is doing now. Starting with verse 1, and you're looking at "She Ain't Got No Money," and that A there we're actually going to replace with a little riff, a little lick if you want to call it that, which replaces the A chord, and it's going to sound like this. Now watch my first and third finger. Finger 3 is moving, finger 1 goes nowhere, and super slow motion, and that's one bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at speed, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you need to do that twice in a row. So while they're singing, "She ain't got no money, those are kind of funny," that's actually what's happening in the background. When they change to D, all that happens is the hand simply moves down. You can see the finger moving from the fourth to the third string. And now you strum from the fourth string. Exactly the same thing, you've just done one string down. That's the only difference. I'm going to focus left and right hand in now, and you can see how your strumming hand moves down a string as this hand also moves down. Looking at the verse, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the original, they go to bar chords for the next part. So when he sings, "But oh, love grows where my Rosemary goes," it's actually that. And I'm going to show you the bar chords first, seeing as I'm busy with them, and then I'm going to show you the open chords after that. So if you're a bar chord player, let's go through with this. If you're an open chord player, just fast forward the video or just enjoy and watch. Okay, going to focus in on the bar chord shape. First finger for the A bar chord is at fret number 5, and you can see second finger third string, third and fourth finger on strings 5 and 4 respectively in the 7th fret. This is A, also called A major. That's your A bar chord. When you go to C sharp minor, the changeover is really cool. You simply move 1 fret back and drop fingers 2, 3 and 4 down a string. So there you can see A, and then back and down for the C sharp minor. We just need to make that one quick smooth change. There's your A and there's your C sharp minor. For the F sharp minor, we move now back to fret number 2, come up a string, and in the process we lose the middle finger. So your second finger is now coming off. You can also use it to help anchor your first finger if you like to. That's not that crucial. And after that, back to A. So your rhythm goes through slowly when you're singing, or with the words with it, but love grows where my rosemary goes. It's basically that part of the song. On the strumming, it has a nice offbeat change. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you go to the F sharp minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So your second and fourth chords in that third line of the verse, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Like that, nice quick changes. And for the D, you can go back to your normal D chord, which I'll show you now, and E7. But I promised you for the open chords as well, and you can see why I'd actually recommend that I'd rather go for the bar chords for this. Let's go back to your fretting hand. Here's our normal open A. I'm sure you're familiar with that. Now the C sharp minor in normal, if you want to call it that position, open position, is quite a big jump. You have to move from fret 2, where your A is, all the way to fret number 4. And this is your C sharp minor. So that's an insanely quick jump. You're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's a really difficult jump, that. And then back to the F sharp minor down here. And you have to sort of play something that looks similar to an F, only from fret 2 and without the middle finger. And you have to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, which is really quite difficult with the offbeats. So some students prefer the A to the C sharp minor here, sorry, not bar chords, and then back F sharp minor to A. But I would recommend this as an opportunity to rather go bar chord, fret 5, much easier transitions back to the A. The last line, when nobody knows like me, is just going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the E7, it's basically E, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Better view there. You simply just lose the ring finger. And if you happen to watch the video of Edison Lighthouse playing, you'll see the guitarist actually doesn't do D and E there. He actually does it like this. So he actually got quite a big stretch. Let me just show you that as well. So if you want to do it exactly the same as the original, you lose that A riff that I showed you here, and you lose the D riff, because on the video you can see he plays his A here, which is the same. Just over here it's a big stretch. You're looking at fret 5, 7 and 9. So that's what he's actually doing in the video, but you can do it from open position as well, as we showed you at the beginning. If you go from A to D here, A to D, drop a string, and then you go through your bar chords, C sharp minor, the F sharp back to A, drop to the D for the verse, and then E7 becomes just a normal E power chord, or running through from fret number 7. So you've got 2 ways you can work this through the whole way through. If you're not sure, drop me a WhatsApp. Once you've got that for the song, then you're pretty home dry. For the chorus and everything, the chords are pretty straightforward, rhythm is straightforward. The rhythm would go something like this for the chorus. This is sort of the easy part of the song for the chorus. It's going to go something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now watch for that offbeat from the A to the A7. And if I were to count that out as the chords are laid out for the chorus, it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So basically all the chords are half a bar. 1 and 2 and for the D, 3 and 4 and for the E, 1 and 2 and for the first A, 3 and 4 and for the F sharp minor, same for the D and the E. But the A to A7 where he sings gotta say hey, it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So he's focusing on that offbeat 1 and 2 and on the change there. If I'm playing A like this, in fact, let's just focus quickly onto the fretting hand for a minute. We normally do A like this and lose the middle finger. I've got little fat fingers, so I saw fingers 1 and 2 around for A. I've noticed quite a few guitarists do this as well, so that's acceptable for A, or you can do that for A. If you do this, you lose the middle finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you do A the other way, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you lose the first finger, so you've got a bit of choice over there. Believe it or not, that's all the tools you need to play the song. You should be quite okay with the chords. And verse number 4, here's a nice little twist. He transposes, in other words, he changes key up a semitone. Now what he means by that, remember we were saying about bar chords and the way he actually does this on the video for the A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and changes to the D there, right? That's fret number 5. When he goes to the 4th verse, that key change, he moves everything 1 semitone, which is the equivalent of 1 fret. So this movement simply shifts up. And then the previous part that went la is now a semitone up. So now you're going to go. So you can hear it's the same sort of melodic movement. Everything is just 1 fret higher in pitch. And that's pretty much your song. If you've got any questions, you should have all the rhythms, you should have the riffs, you've got the whole, but obviously from the right string. You've got all those information. Drop me a WhatsApp if it's questions, and have an awesome day. Let's do that last riff right. There we go. Have an awesome week. Thank you.